Namaste everyone, welcome to Gokula House, Sunday afternoon Kirtan, as always. And if anyone, there's some mantra sheets up next to the light there, if anyone's new. We're just going to be doing mantra Kirtan, which is call and response. So one person sings the mantra and then you listen, and then everyone else sings it and I listen. So it's a call and response. We're sharing. Hey Joe, can you please get that? It'll end up spilling somewhere. All right. So we're going to mainly do just the first two is offering our respects to our spiritual teacher, which we always do before we engage in the Kirtan. And then it'll be the Gauranga, mainly the Gauranga one. It's on the sheet. And then Amir's going to come in. I'm only going to do 15 minutes, and then Amir will guide us through a relaxation, mindfulness meditation. So the first two, don't worry. And it's nothing about the music, actually, or the voices. Don't worry, luckily, it's got nothing to do with how good our voice is. The power's in the mantras, and just concentrating on the mantras. It's not like we're here to do a great performance or anything. It's something we're all sharing. So, Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa iti namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa iti namine. Bhajashri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Go Bhaktivinoda Bhajashri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Go Bhaktivinoda Gora Anga. You'll go. Gora Anga. Gora Anga. Gora Anga. Gora Anga. Gora Anga. Gora
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gora Anga, Gora Anga.
Okay, thanks everyone. I will just invite Amir to come and do a mindfulness Goranga relaxation. You can really feel the difference in the energy from when you do that, because it's the energy spiritual rather than, you know, you could be up here singing any song, and you can really feel the difference. It's,
All right, namaste and haribol everyone, welcome. I see a lot of new faces tonight, which is always so wonderful. Welcome to Gokula House. So Gokula House is the Melbourne branch of Australian School of Meditation and Yoga. And guess what? Every Sunday we are here, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., right? So feel home. It's like home. People come here, and we have people here who've been coming to here for 20 years or even more, yeah? 23 years even, right? So feel home. Really, there's no charge for the program except that if you want to donate, you're always welcome, because we are a non-for-profit organization. And in this bit I'm going to do right now, we are doing a bit of guided meditation, and we are going to become aware of a naughty person in our life, right? Who's manipulating our life a lot. And we are trusting this bastard, right? So let's become aware of this and find out some solutions. And there's heaps of interesting programs coming up after that, all right? So just get my backtrack going. You've got the mantra sheet, yeah, all of you? Can you please tell me, Goranga, is it the first mantra on the sheet or second? The first one, yeah. So we are going to focus on Goranga, on this practice, the first one on the sheet. So if you want to have a look at the spelling, feel free to have a look, because we'll be chanting Goranga after I go through some guided meditation. So please sit very relaxed and comfy for me. Shoulders back, heads upright, and gently close your eyes. And we close our eyes because all our senses, including sense of sight, can be some obstacles for us to see the truth, right? So by closing the eyes, we are shutting down one sense to allow us to focus more on the spiritual matter we want to discuss now. And this practice, we are going to become aware of the mind. That's that person or entity I just mentioned in the beginning, who's impacting our life hugely, often negatively. And we need to become aware of the nature of our mind, our own identity, and our relationship with regards to our mind, in relation to our mind. So to do that, we do a visualization practice called silent witness meditation. In this practice, we are going to visualize sitting in a bank of an ever-flowing stream. That could be a stream or a river you've seen in your life, or even an imaginary stream. The stream represents your mind, and your mind stuff, like your thoughts, emotions, demands, and so on. And you are the silent witness sitting in the bank of the stream, observing its content. Just like the water in the stream could be crystal clear or could be polluted or muddy, so can the stream of your mind stuff be clear or be polluted with lots of busyness, lots of negative thoughts and negative emotions and unfulfilled demands and stuff like that. But no matter how the stream of your mind stuff is, it's not you. You are detached from your mind. Thoughts appear on the surface of the mind, similar to the bubbles that appear on the surface of the stream. And you'll find that when a thought appears, unless you want to latch on it or to judge it, the thought appears and bursts very quickly. The mind is a sitting place for millions of thoughts, desires, emotions, demands, and so on. And if we identify with the mind, we are like a person who's helplessly swept down the stream with its very strong currents. It is, however, extremely liberating to realize that we are not the mind and that we are not the thoughts either. We are the silent witness. We are actually the spiritual personalities who silently witnessing the content of the mind constantly. That's an amazing lesson to realize, guys. And if you fully realize that, you are going to be ahead of majority of people on earth. Why? Because most people think their mind is part of them or think they are their mind. And that's why they blindly follow every proposition their mind gives them. And guess what? This is a recipe for failure. Question: can I tame my mind by my own strength? The answer is no. The energy of the mind is so strong. And by the way, according to yogic scriptures, by default, which means if we are not taking a proactive approach to adopt authentic meditation in our life regularly, if that's the case, our mind is going to act like our enemy. It's going to be untamed, working as an enemy who gives us silly propositions. That's why we hate other people, that's why we judge other people, etc., etc. But the good news is, through adopting authentic mantra meditation and through the power of transcendental yoga sounds or mantras we are chanting, we are able to gradually bring our mind under control. And this is just one side benefit. There are amazing benefits coming out of it, including self-realization and so on. transcendental happiness, exploring our goal of life and so on. But even this minor benefit of mantra meditation should be really good enough for you to motivate you to adopt meditation into your life. So without further ado, we are going to chant Gauranga. Gauranga has 4 syllables. Go, Ra, An, Ga. It actually means the golden ocean of spiritual love. And by chanting this mantra, we are trying to experience union with our spiritual source, which is the only way of experiencing transcendental happiness. So without further ado, let's join the guys in the background in chanting Gauranga. So let's listen to the guys in the background one more time and then we join them. Let's listen. We are now going to join them. Deep breath in and Gauranga on the exhale, please. Don't be shy. Let's do 2 more. Keep your eyes closed, and without repeating the mantra, let it resonate in your mind and your heart, and to cleanse all the worries and anxieties or negative thinking you might be holding in your heart and mind. Keep your eyes closed, and we now do a bit of Gauranga on guitar. So we start with something called attentive listening or active listening meditation, which means to basically listen, fully listen to the mantra and welcome it into our ears, our heart and mind. And then halfway through we join each other and sing along. And that would be called Kirtan in sing-along way. So the first beat is Kirtan in attentive listening mode, and then we switch to Kirtan in sing-along mode. Go. Anga Gora Anga Gora Anga Gora Anga Gora Anga Gora Anga. Please join me in saying the mantra. Gora Anga Gora Anga. Beautiful. Gora Anga Gora Anga Gora Anga. Two more. Gora Anga. Last one. Gora Anga. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. That concludes our guided meditation. So please bring your focus back to the room and become aware of the room and people around you. And if you like, you can now gently open your eyes and probably putting your palm together, creating some nice warmth, and massage your face. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. And for those of you who would like to learn some more simple meditation techniques that you can easily make part of your daily routine, we have a meditation class in 2 weeks' time. So the Sunday after next Sunday, right in here, 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. We have a 1 hour punchy class. We've got a little meditation gift for you, a set of japa meditation beads. And we go through 3-4 hands-on meditation practices that you can easily make part of your daily routines. If you would like to register, just go on our Facebook page. On the mantra sheet, you have the name of the center, Gokula House. So just type it in Facebook, find us, and I think one of the very first posts is a link to register. And that's a free class, by the way. And I now would like to pass to my dear friend Tadat Manadas to come and give us a talk on spirituality and yoga wisdom. Thank you so much, everyone. Haribol and Namaste.
Haribol, guys. Okay, so this is part of the evening where we discuss a little bit about the yoga practice that has been given to people here. A lot of times when people come, they have a preconceived idea on spirituality or something like that. When we all arrive at the spiritual platform, a lot of us do. We come with conceived ideas, perhaps from some religious path or someone's book or someone's that, or even what we've speculated in our own minds to be the truth. But the real approach in yoga practice is that we come empty, like an empty cup. And in this day and age, it's actually quite difficult for people to come to that condition because there's a lot of untrust out there. There's a lot of uncertainty, you know. People getting half-truths and presenting them as absolute truth, or some relative truth of the world, and that's been presented as an absolute truth. Or, like, for example, you know, if someone's teaching you the goal of life is to realize that you're your body and you should be enjoying it as much as you can, and teaches methods of increasing that enjoyment, or so-called enjoyment. Standing against the yoga principle, this is a false truth. What I'm trying to get at is, actually, I'll make it simple. We were listening today to this podcast about people who have had near-death experiences. You know, we've all heard of those. You know, they get close to death, and then, for some reason or other, they're able to come back. And a lot of them were based on situations in hospitals, like operations and things like that, where the the person experiencing the near-death experience would leave their body and be up in the rafters somewhere looking down on the surgeons working on them. And they'd later describe various things, and one of them was saying how there was some printing on the wood up on the rafter, and the top of the rafter wasn't painted. And, in other words, they're giving details about their experience of leaving the body. And, they check it out later, and lo and behold, that's true. They get some guy on a ladder to go and have a quick look. And okay, yeah, there's a piece of wood up here. It's not painted on this side. And yeah, there's a stamp on it from the company that sold it. So, they're realizing more and more that these people are having real experiences. But what struck was the fact that a lot of people would say, my spirit left my body. And therein lies a bit of a problem, because still it's not getting down to that point of essence of who am I? Well, we're seeing the body as not being me, as a possession of me. We describe it in that way. My body, my mind, just like my clothes, my shoes. But who is the possessor, you see? Who is the owner? Now, in yoga literature, we learn that in the yoga teachings that aham brahmasmi, I am spirit, I am not matter. In other words, it's not my spirit leaves my body, it's I leave my body. I'm the conscious awareness that is within this body. I'm aware I'm inside it, and it may be an easy body to live in, it may be a difficult body to live in. On a health level, it may have problems, it may not have problems. On a mental level, it may agitate me, it may not agitate me. Depending on our karma, depending on of the past, and depending on who we are as individuals, the body will be either a bit of a burden or not too much problem at all. So the thing is that to always understand is it's like Amir was just saying, you look at your mind, you look at your body, it's much like sitting on the bank of a river, just watching it all go past. So you are the observer. In other words, you are that particle of consciousness within the body. In the Yoga Sutras, you're known as Atma, or the self, or the spirit, or sometimes Brahman is the word used. You're a spirit. You're a different energy than matter. This body, which is made of matter, is not you. It's something you get to use, and then it's finished. So these people experiencing these near-death experiences, a lot of them will spend their whole rest of their life trying to convince others of the experience that they've had. And, well, it's not wrong to be doing that. It's pretty much a waste of time. The thing is that they make that the goal of life, that everyone must come to that realization that we're different than the body. We can exist outside the body. Well, you know what? In the yoga tradition, this is the beginning point. That's the ABC of meditation, of spiritual life. The first part of spiritual life is aham brahmasmi. I am spirit, I am not matter. This body is not me. So there's a lot of depth in that. If that's just the beginning, what's the rest? Whereas some people in this world make that the goal, that realization of aham brahmasmi, that's their goal, is to be established in that awareness of self. In the past, it's known that even people who were not very nice, there's a polite way of putting it, oftentimes realize they were not the body. There's descriptions of these personalities, different personalities throughout history. And when I say history, I'm talking the Vedic history, which is timeless. So over 5,000 years ago, more, 10,000 years ago, personalities who knew they were not the body, but in that awareness they developed what were called cities or ways of controlling others, simply to dominate based on that consciousness. This is wrong. This is not a good thing to be doing. This world will always call us to enjoy it, no matter who we are. Even a person in the realization of not being the body can be called back to enjoy in that way. Yeah. You have these 5 senses, they're always wanting to latch on to the 5 sense objects, regardless of how they may appear. You have your eyes, you have your ears, you have your nose, your tongue, and your sense of touch. These senses are directly connected to your mind. And they're always feeding impressions onto your mind about what to enjoy. Yeah, this will make you happy, says the tongue. No, this will make you happy, says the eyes. And so we go off on our pursuit, because after all, as spirit soul, as eternal living beings, by nature, part of our very essence is that we're meant to be happy and full of joy. But in association with this material energy we find ourselves in, that joy becomes perverted. Because we try and suck it through the senses of the body, you see. And there's a perversion in that. You know. It can be a deep subject matter, but there's a simplicity in it all as well. As long, people are trying to find solutions to the problems in their life, So many people are upset by so many bodily designations. We have these people over here complaining that, everyone's got to apologize to them for something that happened in the past. What happened in the past has got nothing to do with me or you. We're born into this situation. You can feel sorry that people who were born in the past, even they themselves were not in the situation to be asking that in the past. They were somewhere else, just like I was somewhere else, just like you were somewhere else. So we come into this situation, and it's like, this is the danger of looking too far back into the past to find your happiness. You're trying to correct things that are uncorrectable. Trying to force everyone to see your point of view. It's a source of great misery. We're trying to find happiness in this life, and we're always plagued by these material considerations. And generally they're based on ignorance, because they're based on thinking I am my body. If I'm in a Caucasian male body, it's actually not correct to think I am that. This body I have on is not me. No more than the body you have on is you. You may be in a dark female body, I may be in a light male body. It's insubsequential, it doesn't matter. Just like you're wearing a white coat or a red coat, I'm wearing a greenish one. It doesn't matter. We relate to the eternal living being temporarily using that body. And you may be born into the situation you're born into, and that's okay, but you should know that you're the one responsible for the birth in that situation. What our desires are and what our actions are determine our future. These two things, it's described in the Bhagavad Gita, which is a major yoga text. It's described very clearly. What takes us to the womb of the next mother are our desires, and our karma, or our actions. Yeah. So those two things alone will drag you into the womb of the appropriate mother, and off we go again on this dance called samsara. It's called the wheel of birth, disease, old age, and death. And we jump on it, and we do a rotation, and that's one body. Then we're kicked off it as it turns. We enter into another situation, we do it again, and then kicked off, and not always coming back as a human either. According to our consciousness at the time of death, you have to, there's no guarantee where the soul will end up. So us living entities are have been impregnated into this vast universe. And it's described in the Yoga Sutras there are over 8,600,000 species of life that the living entity can be born into. They're all like little apartments we can enter into. And they're there because the varying flavors of consciousness we develop during our stay here in this material atmosphere. People develop ways of thinking or ways of seeing things, and your next body is just going to be right to accommodate that, you see. So this is our dilemma in this material world. We're in this world and we're thinking, okay, this is all there is perhaps. But there is much more, and these people are getting to leave their bodies, so-called, and then coming back, trying to tell us, and that's fine. That's a little bit of, evidence that may help us in our path. You hear these people speak, and yeah, they've really had an experience. They've really left the body, but they've had to come back. But you leave your body every night when you go to sleep. Your subtle body leaves. You go to sleep, you go off into some world and dream you're in it. Yeah, and then morning comes and you're back again. I don't know about you, but I've had really intense dreams like that in the past. I've come back and wow, quite profound. You come back feeling you've actually been somewhere else. And you have, because you go in your subtle body, which is basically the ghost body, the body that covers the soul. There's 8 basic material elements that cover you. The gross physical elements are earth, water, fire, air, and ether, or space. And that's this dense physical body you have on. More subtle than that, you have this other energy covering you, which is still material. And it's called mind, intelligence, and the false identification that carries us. False identification means that I'm thinking I'm a white Caucasian male, as opposed to you thinking you're a female. You know what I'm saying? So, or someone of a different race or nationality or whatever. But all these things are not have nothing to do with the self or the spirit soul. The self or the spirit soul is eternal. You are eternal. There's never a time when you have not existed. There will never be a time when you will cease to exist. So with that information on board, what do we do? What's my eternal function? Do I stay on this samsara, this wheel of birth, disease, old age, and death, and spin on that for many births, many bodies? Yeah, if you want to, you can. There's no one stopping you. But the Yoga Sutras recommend we don't. They point out that when you look for happiness in this material dimension, you're going to be frustrated. It's like diving into a mirage. You think it's really real, and then you just come up with a mouthful of dust because you thought the water you're diving into was water, when in fact it was just dirt and dust. So this material world is like that. It gives us a false promise of happiness, and we sincerely follow it. We follow the desires of the senses have created in our mind, and 99.9% of the time it's frustration, ultimately. There is no perfect material situation you'll find yourself in, ever. Because the nature of this material energy is that it's always shifting from one form to another. It's always in transition. The very body we have on is always in transition. The molecular particles that make up your body, the body you had 5 years ago is long gone. It doesn't exist today. It's got totally new particles of matter in it than it did 5 years ago. So if you were your body, you'd have a hard time describing what part, because it's constantly changing. No, you're the soul, you're the living being, the person who is using that body like a vehicle while you stay in this material energy. And while you have a body on, yes, you should take care of it. It's a gift. But use it wisely. Use it in a way that'll give you freedom, not bind you. So it's a vast subject matter. It's sometimes described as the science of identity. It's like an education that the Yoga Sutras teach us through Shastra like Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam and different Shastra like that, the Upanishads. The information is there, so we can receive it in that way. We can receive it through those thoroughly self-realized souls who have understood it and pass it on. And there's the third way of receiving, which is described as being from within. In other words, each of us has that propensity or that ability to communicate with that origin we're springing from. In other words, you're not alone. You've never been alone. You close your eyes, you go into the core of your being, the core of your heart, and inquire submissively, in all humility. You know, who am I? Am I meant to be here? What is this all about? You know, you start answering that question within yourself. And if just according to your sincerity, you'll get the answer. If you really, really want to know, nothing will stop you learning. And if you kind of only half want to know, you only half get an answer. That's the way it works. It's like a harmony that works. But it's there and it's real. So we hear information in these three ways. Yeah, through Shastra, what has already been, what is already there. Shastra means like more or less like written words, like Bhagavad Gita or the various things like that. Through saintly persons who have thoroughly realized their position and they're able to pass this knowledge on without contamination, without putting their own point of view in it or their own twist on it. And what is known as the Paramatma, or the expansion of the divine within each and every one of us that travels with us constantly while we're in this material universe. So you're never alone. All right, guys, so it's a vast subject matter. But if you're interested in pursuing it, it begins and ends with the chanting. The chanting itself is all there is to do. It's not that you chant and then you realize something and then, oh, now I've got that and I'll move on to something else. It doesn't quite work like that. It's that if you start chanting and you start trying to employ more and more the chanting in your life, then there will be a result to that attempt. And the result is always very positive. It's very uplifting. It gradually washes away the Maya. Maya means the illusory energy that stops you seeing yourself as you are and stops you seeing the absolute truth as it is. So these sound vibrations are powerful enough to, that's what they do. Why? Because they're direct sound representations of that divine origin that we all spring from. They're non-different in any way. There's no difference between the original origin that we're springing from or the sound. Yeah, so when we chant, we're actually, it's you, the soul. It's like you're calling out. It's like a child calling out to its mother. You know, maybe lost in the supermarket. Mom! Mum's got to come. So you sit and chant, there will be a response. And don't try and squeeze anything out. You just simply relax with the chanting. Let it do what it does. And like I point out pretty much every week, it's like if you're cold, and what do? You go and sit in front of the warmth. Yeah, if you sit in front of a fire, there it is. This fire's raging away there. It's going to make my body warm. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to believe it. You just sit in front, put your body in front of the fire and it will get warm. So you put yourself in front of the chanting, there will be a purificatory effect for you. It will actually have an effect on your heart and your mind. It will make it so you begin to see things as they are, not as they appear to be. Why? Because it's non-different than the absolute truth. The sound vibration and the absolute truth are non-different. Not like material sound. If you're thirsty and we say, oh, water, water, it doesn't help you. Because the sound water, after all in Spanish it's agua, it's a different sound vibration. So the sound in the material world and the object in the material world are two different things. But in the spiritual world that's not the case. The sound is identical to the origin. So we chant these sound representations of the Supreme. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Krishna, Rama. All right, so is that okay? I don't want to go too far. But just a bit of food for thought maybe, hopefully. And if you have questions, any questions? Or think about it, or you can always call up, you can always come back, you can always ask. There's no... All right, so I think they're going to be bringing some food out in a little bit. So what we can do is chant until they do. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana. Hobo, guys. Okay, so yeah, we do the eating thing, and then about 6:30 we'll get back to some chanting, and it'll go through to about 8 o'clock. Yeah, so let's take it from there. Thank you very much.
We're just going to start our second part of the night and just get into a bit of chanting. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana. Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, 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 Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, 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 Govinda, Rama, Dana, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Gopala, 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 Govinda, 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 Gopala, 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 Govinda, 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 Gopala, 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 Govinda, 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 Gopala, 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 Govinda, Govinda,
Govinda, Govinda. Gopala, Gopala, Gopala. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Oh yeah. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Very beautiful. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to do one more chant, and then we're going to have Talatmana Das, who gave the talk earlier. He's going to come back on and chant some more, and then we'll have Purana Dasi, our friend Purana. She'll come and finish off, take us through. So we'll do one more with me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Drum. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare
Okay. Very cool, everybody. Thank you. I'm going to have tape to come on now.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine Namo Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Namine Gora Karuna Swarupaya Radhe Krishna Prastayate. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhattavrinda. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhattavrinda. Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Hari Bol. Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Hari Bol. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Hari Bol. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Hari Bol. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Gopala Chaitanya Nityananda. Oh, sorry. I was wondering whether the tuning was funny. It's me. It's what happens when you get older. You forget things. You're lucky I got my clothes on. Chaitanya Nityananda, Chaitanya Nityananda. 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 Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. 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 Gopala Govinda Rama Mohana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya, Nityananda, Chaitanya, Nityananda, Chaitanya, Nityananda, Chaitanya, Nityananda. 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 one more short. It's an old Eric Clapton tune. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Radharani, Shama Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribo. Radharani, Shama Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribo.
Radharani, Shama Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribo. Radharani, Shama Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribo.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Radharani, Shama Sundar, Vrindavan, Haribo. Radharani, Shina Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol.
Radharani Shani Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol. Radharani Shani Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Radharani Shina Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol. Radharani Shina Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol.
Radharani Shani Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol. Radharani Shani Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Radharani Shina Sundar Vrindavan Hari Bol. Radharani Shine Sonya Vrindavan Haribo. All right, let's all chant. Very good. All right.
Gopala, Govinda Rama, Murari, Madana, Mohana, Murari. Haribo, Haribo, Madana, Mohana, Murari. Madana, Mohana, Oh Thank you everyone for coming. Very nice to chant together with everyone. So we're here every Sunday, 5 to 8 o'clock, so most welcome to come back. Bring your friends along. We just got some chai tea if you'd like to stick around. Chai and okay, thank you. No problem.